Hello everyone. I am now going to talk about Missouri Constitutional Amendment number 3, the Weed Amendment. It's going to be on your Missouri ballot on November 8th. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to read what the ballot actually says. I'm going to talk a little bit about the background of the amendment and give you my personal recommendation for how to vote. So Constitutional Amendment number 3 says, do you want to amend the Missouri Constitution to remove state prohibitions on purchasing, possessing, consuming, using, delivering, manufacturing, and selling marijuana for personal use for adults over the age of 21? Require a registration card for personal cultivation with prescribed limits. Allow persons with certain marijuana-related nonviolent offenses to petition for release from incarceration or parole and probation and have records expunged. Establish a lottery selection process to award licenses and certificates. Issue equally distributed licenses to each congressional district and impose a 6% tax on retail price of marijuana to benefit various programs. State governmental entities estimate initial cost of $3.1 million, initial revenues of at least $7.9 million, annual costs of $5.5 million, and annual revenues of at least $40.8 million. Local governments are estimated to have annual costs of at least $35,000 and annual revenues of at least $13.8 million. So that's what you're going to have on your ballot as Constitutional Amendment number 3 on November 8th or earlier if you're early voting. The interesting thing about this initiative is that it's being opposed bipartisanly in Missouri, including by pro-marijuana groups, Democrats, Republicans, law enforcement. And the reason why is that this, even if you support legalizing marijuana for recreational use, this is the wrong way to go about it. This amendment, permanent amendment to our Constitution, adds 39 pages, or over 50,000 words to your Missouri Constitution, which is already bloated more than it should be. This adds an expansive regulatory structure to our Constitution. This is something that should happen through the legislature. It shouldn't happen through initiative petition pushed by millions of dollars of outside money like this one is. Interestingly enough, this initiative petition also creates a position in the Missouri government called Chief Equity Officer. I don't think we need that kind of position in our government. We already have enough problems in our state government with a CRT and diversity, equity, and inclusion baloney running through our state departments without putting it in our state constitution as well. Now, I personally oppose recreational marijuana legalization for the social costs. I don't think it's good for society. I think it's just problematic. It's hurtful for law enforcement. You have to deal with more impaired drivers and all that, but there's actually quite a few reasons to oppose this, and that's the reason that it's being opposed by bipartisan lawmakers, entities, even pro-marijuana legalization groups. So I would recommend that you vote no on Amendment 3. Feel free to reach out to me with any additional questions. I can get you resources, more information on this, but this is the big one in Missouri. This is the hot button amendment. This is what everybody's talking about. So get studied up, vote November 8th.